In this lesson, we are going to explore a feature that does not require a 2D sketch, and that feature would be the fillet command. But before we get started, the model we have on the screen is called Fillets and Chamfers and can be found in your Working Files folder if you would like to work along with me. So let's begin. I am going to select the fillet icon. The Property Manager opens, and as you can see, there's quite a few settings inside of this Property Manager. We're going to start at the very top. Notice we have two buttons here, Manual and Fillet Expert. Typically, you want to try to apply fillets using the Manual tab, and that's what you see here. When you get into more complex parts where fillets may intersect one another, and you may have issues resolving those intersecting fillets, that's when you want to try the Fillet Expert to help work you through those issues. So we're going to stay with the manual setting and then work through the Property Manager. Notice we do have 4 fillet types. Constant being the most common, followed by full round fillets. The variable size and the face fillet are generally reserved for more complex parts. So we're going to be using constant size for the first example here. In the next part of the Property Manager, we have items to fillet. Now I can select an edge, face, features, or loops. I'm going to go out to the screen and select an edge. And you see a preview of a 10mm radius fillet. I'm going to change that fillet size to 5. Click outside of that window so the preview updates. And notice the 5mm radius on the screen. Now I'm going to work my way around the model and select additional edges. Now I do have a choice. Instead of working around the edges, I could have selected this face. So let me clear this window, and this time I'll select the face, and you can see the difference as far as the results. It also filleted the 4 holes along with the bottom of the cylinder. I'm going to clear the window one more time and show you what happens when we select edges. When you are in the fillet command, even though an edge may be hid from you, the fillet command allows you to view that edge through the solid part, like you see here. I'll select the 4th edge, and there's my fillet. I'm going to work around the part and select the 4 edges around the top face, and then close out of the fillet command. Now notice in the Feature Manager tree, we do not have any plus sign in front of the fillet feature because the fillet feature does not require a 2D sketch. Let's go back into the fillet command, and this time we're going to take a look at the bottom of the model. Notice we have a checkbox in front of tangent propagation. When you go out and select an edge, if it finds tangencies, and this box here is checked, it will place a fillet around that perimeter. And because these 4 corners were tangent based on the earlier fillet, it followed along that path until we get back to the point that we selected. I'm going to close out of this, and you see another fillet added to the Feature Manager tree. Now, I'm going to delete fillet 2 and edit fillet 1. Notice when I edited fillet 1 and when I placed fillet 1 on this part, I receive 1 tag. Now I can change the size of this radius back in the Property Manager, or I can change it in this tag. So I can type in a radius of 3, enter, and the preview updates. Now notice I have this checkbox for multiple radius fillet. If I put a check mark in here, it will give me a tag for each one of the fillets, allowing me to change those fillet sizes individually. So I can change the size here, for example, to 5mm. And let's do the same for the other edges. All within this one fillet command. So that's pretty handy. I'm going to close out of the fillet command, and you see a 5mm radius along the top edge and a 3mm radius for the 4 vertical edges. I am going to delete fillet 1. I'm going to go back into the fillet command, and this time let's try full round fillet. Now you'll see as soon as I put a mark inside of this radio button, the property manager below that point updates. And there we have 3 windows. What we're going to do here is place a full round fillet between these 3 faces. So inside of the first window, I'm going to select this face. You want to make sure you return to the property manager, activate the second window, roll the model, select the second face. Go back to the property manager, activate the third window, and then select the third face. And you see a preview of a full round fillet.